Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have already shown you how to design this detailed stock detail information and how to backend code for this form. Okay, so if you have not watched my previous video, just go to description there. I have put the link for the description, or you can simply just click on the suggestion on the right side of your screen. So in this video, I am going to show you how to design for this form, that is delete donor. Here you can see this. When I enter 1, it search for the donor ID 1, and when I enter some wrong donor ID, then when I search it, here you can see this, no record exists. When I click OK, when I reset, everything is removed. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so let me just close this and let me move back to our project on which we are working. We are working as blood donor. So before we start with this delete donor, one thing we have missed in the dashboard. So let me just open that. Here you can see this. We don't have a clock over here, so I'm going to add that clock. Just go to the toolbox and search for clock. Let me just search for that. Wait for a second. I have added a UI and let me add that. Okay, so that has been removed. Not to worry about that. Let me just add quickly. Right click, add tab, new UI and hit enter. Right click, choose items. I have provided a DLL file already in the description. Just go and download that. I'm going to add that in this project. So it's taking a little bit of time. Till it loads, you have to do one stuff, that is just subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you get updated with our new content. Just click on this browse and select the DLL file. So let me search for that DLL file. Here you can see this. I have this DLL file. Just click on this, open and hit OK. So now it's loading the selected items. Please share with your friends too, so that they can also learn and develop new stuff by themselves. So now here you can see this, all the stuff has been added. So we have to search for clock. Here you can see this XUY clock. Just drag and drop it over here, and now here you can see this clock is on the screen and the time is proper. It's 10:44. So I'm going to add it like this, and I want to change the background color, so I'm going to do that. Do like this. So change the back color to transparent. Back color from controller to just click on this, web and transparent. Okay. Okay, background image none and back color. Okay, so we have to actually change one more property, that is anchor. Select this anchor, top left. Change this one to like this. And when you select this, now I'm going to start this and see if it move on the right side or not. So I'm going to start this. So you can see this now, that when this form loads, this clock is on the right corner. So we have to change the background color. So let me do that. So what we are going to do is, we are going to set the back color same as this color. So this color is red. So just click on this back color, click on this, select wave and select this color. Here you can see this. Now here you can see this, the background color is same as this one. So it's looking like it's fixed on that. So I'm going to do same for this button as well. So let me do that and let's see what happens. Okay, so actually I have changed the some another color. So I have to change the back color, this one. Click back color, it's a click back color actually. So we have to change some, we search for that. Okay, so let me change this one to red and let me start this and see how it look like. Here you can see this, how it look like. It's now looking nice. Okay, so now we have to code for this delete donor. So I'm going to add new form. Just right click on this, click on add and Windows form, and I'm going to name this one delete donor and hit enter. It will add a new form to our project. After this, what we have to do is, first thing, I'm going to remove the border from this form. So right click on this and go to properties, and in properties you have to search for form border style. Here you can see this form border style. Just change this one to size equal to none. After this, we have to copy the size of this form. So right click on this, go to properties. Let me close this one and let me move downside, and 720 and 533. Just copy this one and right click, go to properties, size over here, just paste it and hit enter. So now the form is enlarged, and we have to set the background image for this. So search for image, background image. Actually, here you can see this. Just click on this, local resources, click on import. Okay, so we have to move back to our folder where we have put all the images. So my image is over here, sorry, not over here. So it's icon, and this BB, and this one BBMS, and I'm going to use this image. Just open and hit OK. Change this background image layout from tile to stretch, and now it's looking nice. And first thing what we have to add is one label. Search for label, just drag and drop it. Change the text inside this to delete donor, hit enter. Change the background color. So back color is controller, so make this transparent. Select this web and transparent, and after this we have to change the font size as well. Just click on this. Okay, it's taking a little bit of time, and we have to search for Fusion bold, and it's 20. Hit OK. Now we have this donor, delete donor on place, and we have to change the border style from none to fixed ready so that it look nice. Let me see this. Now it's looking nice. After this we have to add a line shaper. So I'm going to use that like this, and I'm going to stretch this like this one. Okay, after this what we have to do is we have to change the color of this. So select this line, change this border color to gray, and copy and paste this line 2 more times because we need total 3 lines like this, and we need one more, so paste it till here. Now it's looking nice. So we have to add few stuff. Let me add few label more, and I need one text box, so drag and drop it over here, and I need buttons. Search for button, drag and drop it. And we have to change the name of this one from label 2 to donor ID, and this button name to search, hit enter. So I'm going to modify these labels and buttons later. Before that I'm going to add all the stuff on this form. So I'm going to search for labels, just drag and drop it over here, and what I'm going to do is just copy and paste it to replicate. So we need total, let me just count that, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. We need 10 labels. Move back over here, so we have 2 for now, 3 4 5 6, and after this we need 7 8 9, and finally we have one more, that is 10. So now we have to change all the names as well. So first this one is nothing but name. This one is school Puris. This one is father name. This one is mother name. This one is date of birth. Change this one to mobile number. This one to gender. This one to email. Change this label text to blood group, and this one to city, and change this one to address. Now we have to keep these all on the right position so that it look nice, and we have to do modification in these as well. So I'm going to do that later. So we have to adjust these positions after the changing few stuff with that. Before that, I'm going to add text boxes because we need few text boxes over here. So I need text boxes for this name, copy and paste, for father name as well, copy and paste, for mother name as well, and I need date time picker. Okay, for this one, or let me just delete this because we don't need to select, we need only text box, not to worry about that. So for this one also I need text box. For mobile number I need text box. For gender I need a text box as well. So for everything we need text box because we don't need to anything, we don't need to select any stuff over here. So let me just add text boxes to each of these stuff, and select for rich text box for the address, and now let me put this on place like this. Now select all the text boxes by pressing the CTRL key. Make sure you only select the text boxes, not the form, and make this large, this much. Sorry, the size has been quite increased. Like this, and let me decrease the size of this one a little bit. Okay, so now we have to increase the font size as well. So select on all these text boxes once again, and what we have to do is we have to increase the font size. So select this font, just click on this and increase this one to 10 and hit OK. And after this, what we have to do is we have to make these text boxes read only. So how to do that? For that, here you can see this read only. Just make this true so that you can only view the data, not you cannot write anything manually. You can just make changes in this donor ID. So in this way, you have to do the few stuff. After this, we need few buttons. So let me add buttons over here. Just drag and drop it. So we need 3 buttons over here. One for delete, one for reset, and one for cancel or close. Okay, so now I'm going to make changes into these design. Okay, so first thing I'm going to make changes into these all labels. So select all the labels at a single time by pressing the serial key like this, and after this go to properties, and you will find this font. And before you change font, you have to first change this back color. Select this and click on this, select web, and make these transparent so that it look nice. After this, select this font, click on this bold, and select the size 9 like this, or let me just increase one more size to 10, I guess. Yeah, now it's looking nice. Here you can see this. Now what I want is a special condition for this donor ID. I want this needs to be in the this form. So I'm going to change the border style for this label. So let me just change this one to pop up and let's see how it look like. And after this, nothing change by doing that. So I'm going to change the border style for now. Border style is done, so I'm going to use this fix 3D. So now it's looking nice. In the same way, we have to change the text size of this text box. So change this one to 10 and hit OK. Change this button, few properties of this button. So first thing, let me change the back color from controller to select this web and transparent. And after this, what we have to do is change this flat style from standard to pop up. And after this, change the font of this one to bold and size of 9 and hit enter. After this, we have to set the image for this search. So select this image, click on this, local resources, click on import, and where we have the image, here you can see this search, open and OK. And now we have to change the image line. Just click on this. If this pops up on your screen, so not to worry, just close this or click on OK and click on this once again. Here you will find this. After this, you have to select this one, that is middle left. Just click on this. After this, what you have to do is change the text line from middle center to middle right, like this. And after that, increase this button size so that it look nice like this. Okay. So now you can see this button is looking nice. In the same way, we have to adjust all these labels and text boxes on the proper position. As you can see, all these labels and text boxes are of the desired size, or you can say that it's looking nice. So I'm going to put this all on the proper position like this one. So we have to set these all stuff on the proper position and proper distance like this. Here you can see now all the stuff is on the proper position except these labels. So I'm going to put these labels on the right position. You can use up and down arrow to move these labels up and down. I'm doing the same. I'm selecting these all and moving these all stuff little bit left side and these all stuff little bit right side. Okay, so now it's looking nice. So in the same way, we have to adjust this blood group. So now it's all looking nice. After this, we have to change these button names as well. So first thing, I'm going to change this button to delete and this one to reset and this one to close. So what we have to do is we have to change all the properties of these buttons. Just select these all and make the common changes for now. So change the back color from controller to select the wave and after that select transparent. Flat style from standard to pop up. After this, change the font. Click on this, select bold and select 9 and enter. Change the actually we cannot change the image for now because if we set image then single image will be set to all these buttons, so I don't want that. I want to set the separate image for each button, so I am not going to set the image for now. I'm going to change this text line from middle center to middle right like this, and now I'm going to change set the image inside this. So just click on this, select this, click on port, and we have to select the delete this one and open and hit OK. After this, change this middle center to middle left like this. Change this button as well. Click on this local resources, click on this. You have to set this reset update details. I'm going to use this button label actually. Change this one to middle left like this, and the same way we have to do for this button as well. Select this, local resources, click on import, exit application, just okay, and change this image line from middle center to middle left like this, and increase the size of these buttons by clicking all these and stretch this like this. Now it's looking nice. We have to decrease the size of this button like this. Okay, so now everything is looking nice. So now what we have to do is we have to change the design name of these text boxes and button as well. So let me just change the design name of this text box. So what we have to do is we have to write this text box design name. Just go upside. Here you can see this txt donor ID. Hit enter. Change this button name to BTN search. Hit enter. Change the name of these text boxes as well. So txt name for the first one. Change the second one to txt father. This one to txt mother. This one to txt dob. Change this one to txt mobile. Change this one to txt gender. This one to txt email. This one to txt blood group. This one to txt city, and this one to txt address. And we have to finally change these button names as well. So btn delete, and change this one to btn reset, and change this one to btn close. So before we move into the actual backend coding, before that, what I want to do is I want to actually connect this form with the dashboard. So how to do that? Before doing that, we have to just go to properties and change one property of this form. That is nothing but change this start position from Windows default location to center screen. And now when this form loads, it will now load in the center of the screen. So now we have to open the dashboard. Just go to the dashboard, and here you can see this, click on this, and here you will see delete donor. Just double click on this, and this will generate a click event for that. And we have to just create an object of delete donor form dd equals new delete donor, and after this dd dot show, we have to call the show method over this object. And now just start this and see if it still works or not. Here you can see this, now our project has been started, and just click on this, and here you can see this, when I click on this, now everything is visible. We cannot write anything inside this. Here you can see this, and now everything is looking nice. Here you can see this. Okay, so now I'm going to close this and move back to our delete donor. So let me close this dashboard for now. So first thing what I want is, whenever users click on this search button, I want to select the text from this text box, and after that, if the ID match found, and then that ID value needs to be filled inside all these text boxes, and needs to be visible. So how to do that? For that, first what we have to do is we have to generate a click event for this button. Before we code for search, I am going to write a code for this close button. So this dot close, so that whenever we start this application, we have at least have one option to close this form. Okay, because by default close button we have removed that, so that's why we have to take the help from this button. So now I'm going to code for this search. Just double click on this, and this will generate a click event. And first thing what I want is I want to check that if text box is empty or not. because if user enter the empty, then it will generate an error. So if txt donor id dot text is not equal to null, then only this will be executed. Inside this, what we have to do is we have to write the query. So I'm going to actually first create the function object fn equals new function. So actually I have created a function class. In previous video I have already explained you that in that function class I have defined two methods, that is get data and set data. If you have not watched my previous video, then just go and watch my previous video before continuing with this. And I'm going to create one variable of string type, that is query, and here we have to write the query. So query equals, what we have to write is we want to fetch the data from that ID. So select star from new donor, that is our table name, where did is the column name. Okay, so where did is it's in the integer format, that's why I'm using this single quotes, and in this we have to pass the txt donor id dot text. So now our query is ready. Now we have to pass this query inside the get data. That get data return a data set. So we have to create a data set object, data set ds equals, and we have to call that method function dot get data. So here you can see this, in the get data it's expecting a string. So we have to pass the query and just close this. Now when this method execute, this will return some value, the matching value, and this will store inside the data set. If that idea is wrong, and or we can just simply understand this, if some ID is queried by the user which is not in the database, then this data set will be empty. It should not contain any data. In that case, first thing what we have to do is we have to check that if data set is filled with the data or not. If ds dot tables 0 dot rows dot count is not equal to 0, then we want to do this stuff. So here what we want to do is we want to set the data set value from this data set inside these text boxes like this. Txt, first thing is nothing but name dot text. Inside this we have to set the data, so that is how to extract the values from this data set. So we have to write the query like this, and from this data set we have the data in the form of table inside this data set. So I'm going to extract that data from this data set. So ts dot tables, we have only one table, so dot table 0 dot rows, and which row we want? We want the 0th row, and we have n number of columns. So I'm going to select the value from the first, because in the 0th column we have did, so we don't need did, we have to set the name. So I'm going to add a breakpoint. Okay, over here I'm going to add a breakpoint over here so that I can show you what actually this data set contain. Okay, so I'm going to start this. So here you can see this, just click on this and I'm going to write 1 and search, click on this button. So we are here at the breakpoint, so let me just minimize this and let's see what this ds contains. Just click on this and we will find this Rahul Kumar, Alok, is the father name, mother name. In the same way, we have this all stuff. So we don't have to set this DID. So this is 0th row and 0th column is DID. So this place is 0, 0. This one is 0, 1. So that's why I have set this 0, 1 over here. So if I continue this, you will see that in the name, this Rahul Kumar has been set. So I'm going to close this and just continue this. And you can see this, now Rahul Kumar is set in the name. So let me just close this and move further with the coding part. So I'm going to set all these stuff one by one. So let me just copy this much of line, and after this I'm going to set. The second thing what we have to set is father. So just paste this line, after just paste this, and after the completion I'm going to make changes into the IDs. Okay, so after father name we have mother, paste this. After mother we have DOB. After date of birth we have mobile. After mobile we have gender. After gender what we have is email. After email we have blood group. After blood group we have city. After city we have address. And now we have to make changes inside this. We change this one from 1 to 2, this one to 3, this one to 4, this one to 5, because we have followed the exact same sequence as we have stored in the database. So that's why I'm doing this. 7, 8, 9, and this one just add 1 0 after this. Just start this and let's see that if it worked properly or not. Just click on this, select this, and you can see it's just one and search. Now everything is filled properly. So what if some user enter wrong user ID and click on this, nothing happens. So it doesn't look nice. So what I need is when user enter wrong user ID, it means that we need to get some message that this is a wrong ID. Okay, or no record exists with this ID. So how to do that? Just close this and move back over here. So here you can see this. When this data set is empty, what it means that that ID doesn't exist in the database. So it means that DS is empty. Here we have checked for that it's not empty, then we will do this. So if it's empty, we have to write else condition over here. So if it's empty, we have to write one condition, that is message box dot show, and in this I want to show no record exists, and name this message box error, and I want this message box few buttons, that is message box buttons dot OK. I need only one button. Message box icon needs to be dot error. So now let me start this and see if it's work or not. Delete dono, search, no record exists. So now it's working fine. Search for 2, and you can see this Kumar look, everything is fine. So now we have to code for this delete reset button. So how to do that? First thing, I'm going to write the query for this delete button. So let me just close this and close this. Move back over here. Just double click on this and this will generate a click event. So here, first thing, we need to ask user that are you sure you want to delete this record. So how to do that? For that, if message box dot show are you sure delete, I'm going to name this message box delete, and after this I want message box button needs to be OK and cancel dot OK and cancel, and this message box needs to be, the symbol needs to be warning, icon needs to be warning, and I'm going to check that which button user enter or click. So dialog result dot OK, if user enter this OK button, then only I want this query needs to be executed. Okay, here you can see this. Now I'm going to start this and let's see if this message box confirmation is work or not. So here you can see this one search, and here you can see this. When I click on this, are you sure you want to delete? When I cancel, nothing will happen. When I click on this OK, this will go inside that if block. So we have to write the code inside this if block. So what we have to write is we have to write the query again. So we have to write this query equals, and we have to delete the data. So delete from new donor, that is table name, where did equals plus txt donor id dot text. We have to add one plus sign over here. You can see this. Now our query is ready. So delete from new donor where did is equal to this. So our query is ready. So now we have to just call one method, that is nothing but function dot set data and we don't need any type of variable because it's not going to return anything. So that's it. When you click on this button and when you click OK, so that donor ID will be deleted. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. Just start this. Just click on this and delete donor 5. Enter. Okay, let me just change this one to 6. I'm searching for the last one. Okay, so now I'm going to delete this 2, ID 2. Kumar Alok, the name is Kumar. So I'm going to delete this. Here you can see this. When I click cancel it, nothing happened. Search for 1 and again search for 2. We will find all the record. Here you can see this. Now I'm going to delete this 2. So delete. Okay. Delete process successfully. Data process successfully. It means that our deletion is successful. 1 and search for this. And now again try to search for 2. No record exists because we have deleted that record. So now everything is working fine. Now our delete is successfully done. So now we have to code for this text change event for this text box. So suppose when this text box is empty, I want to clear all the remaining text boxes. So how to do that? Just right click and go to properties. Click on this event, text change event. Just double click on this. This will generate a text change event. And we have to write if txt donor id dot text is equal to null, then we have to clear all the text boxes. So we have to write from beginning, that is txt name dot clear method like this. So let me just copy this much of stuff because we have to write it repeatedly. So txt father name, txt mother, txt after mother we have dob, after this txt mobile, txt gender, txt email, after email we have txt blood group, after we have city, after this we have address, and now let's see if this work or not. Here you can see this. Let me just open this and write 1 and click search, and now I'm going to remove this. So now when I remove this, everything has been removed. So now what we have to code is, so now this text change event is working fine. So now we left with only one step, that is reset button. Just double click on this. This will generate a click event, and here what we have to do is we have to just clear the text box, that is txt donor id dot clear on this reset button, because when we clear that text box, this will remove all the content inside that. Okay, so we have a small bug still in our project. What is that? Here you can see this. When I enter some ID like 1 and select, here you can see this, now it's search, and now I'm going to write 5 or something like 6. Here you can see this. Now we search, no record found, and here you can see this. Now no record found, but still these text boxes are filled with the data. Now what I want is, when this no record found message is popped up, I want to clear this all text boxes with this text box as well. So how to do that? For that, just move back inside this, and here you can see this no record exists, and after this line we have to just clear this text box. So we have to write txt donor id dot clear, and when we clear that, everything will be removed. So here you can see this. Now start this. Just delete donor 1, search for this, and I'm going to write something wrong. Search, and when I click on this OK, everything is clear now. So now it's working fine. I hope you enjoyed my video, and that's it for this video, guys. And in this video, our project is finally completed. I hope you enjoyed throughout this project development, and if you really like, just give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it with your friends as much as you can, and keep supporting and keep loving us. Just subscribe and follow us on Instagram. That is, our Instagram account is nothing but btech days. That's it. Thanks for watching.